Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, text, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomers Livers. Good morning and happy holidays, happy Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Reatha. I'll tell you, it sure comes and goes fast.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays, had a great Christmas, and now it's time to get ready to wrap up 2019 and go into 2020. And Reatha, I think these years are going too fast. I can't keep up with them.
Well, we certainly are going with them, aren't we?
Yeah, I look at a calendar I have hanging on the wall, and it's like 5 months behind. I don't even have time to reach up and tear off the next one. You know, it goes so fast.
Well, it's time to get a new calendar.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. Did you travel, or did you kind of stay around L.A. during the holidays?
No, I stayed around L.A. these holidays, and actually I went to a Kwanzaa celebration last night, and
cool.
I haven't celebrated Kwanzaa in many, many, many years, but it's actually Africanized, Americanized holiday that actually originated in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
And it was the fourth night of Kwanzaa. It's a 7-night time of feasting and honoring ancestors and honoring cultures and values. And it was really a very nice event. There were a lot of people there. It was held in the home, and lots of food and lots of discussion of home values and lighting of candles and traditions. It was a wonderful thing. So
yeah,
I
if
had
you don't pay
Christmas
attention,
and Kwanzaa, and now I've got New Year coming up.
If you don't pay attention to some of that stuff, you miss it all, you know. And remember, Reatha, we're going to be at the Virtuity Wealth Bowl January 3rd at 5 o'clock in Indian Wells, I believe it is. Go on to easywayinfo.com and check that out. But it's going to be an exciting year, Reatha, I'll tell you. But with that, I think we got to move into our hot topic time. I love the drum roll, right? We got our little drum roll. There we go.
Ripped from the headlines. Today's hot topic.
Well, my hot topic today is 2020 New Year's resolutions. We always come up with these resolutions every year, and we basically never follow through with them. Some people do. I'm not one of them. So my tip this year for your 2020 resolution, make it realistic. We tend to say I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the first 3 months of 2020. And we start off eating this huge New Year's dinner, and it's dead in the water before it even gets started. So make them realistic. Say you're going to modify your intake of sugar, maybe. Say you're going to modify your intake of carbs. Start with something that is actually doable and measurable, and that if you fall off the wagon, then it's not just totally destroyed by one movement. And we say we're going to go to the gym every day for the first 30 days. Well, by the 5th day, we're exhausted, we don't make it to the gym, and we just fall off the wagon. Start off with something that's doable, that you're going to start going to the gym twice a week, 3 times a week. Set goals that you actually can obtain, and you can see the progress. I always do much better when I do that. So this year, I'm going to do what I did last year, and I did really pretty well most of the year. I fell off about mid-year. But I'm going to start off with eating less carbs and less sugar. And it's really kind of easy to do. What I did last year was I just looked up what carbs were and what contained a lot of sugar, and I cut it out. So now I'm looking at what I added last year that made me fall off the wagon. So sorry, Starbucks, but those Frappuccinos have got to go. And when I go out to dinner, those rolls, I don't get to eat bread just because it's there. So I'm going to start off with my resolutions. I'm going to stick to those hopefully throughout the year and be able to add slowly to them and really obtain some big goals by the end of the year as opposed to just shooting myself in the foot before I even get started. So, Happy New Year, and hope you get your goals together for 2020. What's your hot topic today this morning, Jim?
Well, I tell you, Reatha, now I kind of know why every time I see you, you have a bandage on or a brace or bumps and bruises. It's because you're always falling off your wagon all the time. Yeah, we got to get to it, correct? But anyway, I totally know where you're at, and the only thing that's good about procrastination is it's defined as an action. So even if we don't do anything, it's an action by not doing anything. So anyway, well, the most exciting time of the year, Christmas comes to an end. It goes by so quickly. Happy birthday, Jesus. The average American spent around, what would you say the average American spent? Well, it's $950 to ballpark getting through the holiday here. And there were fears, among the retailers that the brick and mortar stores that everybody would be shopping online and there was a lot of shopping online. But a lot of people did get out to the stores. They wanted to, they see the movies. People are out shopping. They wanted to have the one-on-one experiences. They wanted to see their products and that. So they did get out and shop. Retailers were happy. And it's estimated that shoppers spent nationwide in excess of $1 trillion. So that also helps the economy. What are Americans concerned with going into 2020? Well, 30% say the economy is most important, and the economy is strong, basically, in 2020. That's a lot of economists say we're in good shape. 19% say they're concerned with immigration. Healthcare is about the same. National security is pretty much the same, 19%. The 55 and older group are more interested in healthcare, of course. And the 49ers' exciting 26-21 victory Sunday over the Skywalkers finalized, the Skyhawks finalized, I'm thinking of Star Trek Skywalker, the NTC bracket and set in motion the next 5 weeks for the NFL playoffs. Pretty exciting playoffs there. Sharon Stone was blocked. Oh, how about that? From a dating app after users assumed her account was fake. Well, it wasn't fake. Sharon she did join the dating site, Bumble. It's called Bumble. And then she went on social media to vent her frustration. So that's the problem with being famous. You get on there and they don't believe it's really you. Eric Zuley is acting in an Amazon Prime series being shot presently. Eric, his character is TJ, and he's acting with Lester Spade in the movie, I think it's called Dawn of the Zombie Apocalypse, produced by Roman Simon and Lucky Strike Films. And I was at some of the shooting, and it's very interesting the way they do all this, and the technology that goes into it, and the makeup. It's really interesting. Lester Spade is also going to be an honoree at the Easy Way Awards Gala, along with many other celebrities. That's really growing. The Newport Beach Fashion Island Gala at the Marriott Resort is going to be on September 19th. Internet, going back to the internet stuff, what's going on with that? Well, they say adults found that 37% reported meeting people with this online dating. A new species of monkey was found. I'm trying to give you a little positive here, too. The Amazon's having its problems. They call it the lungs of the world. Well, with deforestation and the fires, it's cost them 20% so far, and the damage is still growing. But they found a new species of monkey. How about that? And how small can you go? Well, I'm going to be doing a report on nanotechnology, which is unbelievable. Scientists created a gingerbread house. It looks like a real gingerbread house, but it's 10 times smaller than the width of a human hair. So it gives you an idea. First widespread eastern storm in 2020 will be wet on the East Coast, but bringing snow in the Midwest. They're anticipating some crazy weather coming up. And the Antarctic is melting, according to experts, at an unexpectedly rapid rate. If all the ice were to melt, it would raise the water 230 feet. Well, this isn't about to happen. in our lifetimes or many, many, many years. I don't know. That'll probably never happen. But, every time you get this ice melting, it raises it a millionth of a millimeter. So anyway, Reatha, we got some good news for the economy. Things are going good going into 2020. Positive is out there. And that's all I can tell you. It's time to move into a commercial, but things are looking good for 2020.
It is. And now,
are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, EasyWay Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with EasyWay Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at EasyWay Network, Twitter at EasyWay Broadcast, and YouTube at EasyWay TV.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
Yes, indeed. And I use my Boomer Boost. Gets my motor started in the morning, and you gotta pay attention to this stuff, Reese. And like we find out when we get older that if you don't, eventually it definitely catches up to you when you don't eat the right stuff and drink enough water and get enough sleep. All of a sudden you wind up with these aches and pains and wonder what's going on. Well, that's what it is. It's like turning a dial. If you turn it to the vegetables and sleeping right and drinking water, you feel better. If you don't do that stuff, you're turning the dial to the left and you don't feel so good and you get tired and so on and so forth. Anyway, we have 2 top guests on today, and I there's no way I can go through bios and things. It would take far too long. We got Eric Zuley, founder of the EasyWay Broadcast Network, EasyWay Promotions, EasyWay Wall of Fame, EasyWay Radio TV, and the EasyWay Empire. It goes on and on and on. And actually, everything around the EasyWay situation has been growing exponentially, and the people associated with it have. And we love the people we work with, and we're going to have a lot of them on with us in our little get-together at the end of the show. And we have Josh Liske on with us, and we're talking about people that are at the top of their game here. Josh, you've heard of people saying, "Oh, I knew the number 4 in the company," or the one of the top-rated people. This person came in third. This person. Well, Josh Liske did not. He came in first. He's one of the people that was on the top of the board there, and amazing what he's accomplished and the awards he's been given. and he established the IHP in his presence, a faith-based gentleman. In fact, interesting family. His father had the fishing situation out there with the reality show in Alaska, Reatha. What it was called, I forget.
I forgot what it's called too, but it's I think it's still a very popular show.
Yeah, the fish when they go out fishing, he can bring us update on that. That's wild. But Josh is an amazing. He's a good-hearted individual, success-based person, and these two teaming up, you got the top of the top. So with that, I'm going to bring Eric in because I could spend the next hour talking about Josh and Eric and what they've accomplished, but we don't have that time. So let's see if we can bring on Eric, and let's see if we're going to. I don't know if we're going to have a drum roll with this. Eric.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Hey,
yeah, I am, and Josh is here with us too. Well, good morning, everybody.
Hello, Josh.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Josh. And I was just going to go over some of the stuff you guys have accomplished, but like I said, it takes too long. You're both very successful in your fields, good-hearted people, faith-based people, and bringing it all together, it's going to be an unbelievable new year. The vibes are out there. And Josh, this is Reatha Gray. Reatha, I don't know if you met Josh Liske.
We did. We were in the boardroom together.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know Josh.
Okay, well, we're just going to touch base with Josh and Eric a little bit here because there's so much going on, and every time they get together, sparks fly. I mean, there's marketing galore, and you know the whole thing is all for doing good and helping. And we have an event coming up. I want you guys to talk about in his presence, IHP Global that Josh has discovered. And congratulations on that, Josh. We have an event coming up in September at the Newport Beach Marriott Resort in Newport Beach, Fashion Island. And Josh, this is, and Eric, this is growing leaps and bounds. I mean, people are being attracted to this with the gold carpet and everything. So tell us about what's going on. I'll turn it over to you, Eric, and Josh, and what you guys are putting together.
Josh, go ahead. I'll let you start, man. I mean, it's some exciting stuff. And I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. It's really exciting to be able to clean your slate and start a new one.
Yeah, absolutely as well. So happy New Year to everyone. Eric, thanks for this opportunity, and Jim and Reatha. Yeah, I did meet Reatha at the last Golden Gala, and I actually met Eric, Zuley, Easy Way family at a Speak in Empire event maybe 4 years ago. And I actually came to the same hotel later with Speak in Empire. I think I've been to 4 there, different sessions or events. A great company there with Speak in Empire. But when I met Easy Way, he was rapping and doing his thing, and he had the cameras, and they had, 3 or 4 phones that were all live streaming, I believe. And then a couple years later went back, and I got a phone call from our good friend Christoph J. Wyman regarding a potential nomination of becoming the Mentor of the Year. And so Eric and I got on the phone in August of 2019, and one thing led to another. I was honored and humbled to win the Mentor of the Year for 2019 at the Golden Gala, and that's where I met you, Reatha. And going back to my father and a lot of success I've had in life, I give to my hero. Peter Liske was on the Deadliest Catch, so that was the TV show, which is still active on the Discovery Channel, and my father was on season 1. But he's been on 3 or 4 videos, Alaska King Crumb Cowboys, on Those Who Dare, I think in 1994, and I was on that one in my football gear. But as far as this event goes, myself and Jim, who's on the phone hosting this, and Eric actually went to the Marriott, and we had about a 4-hour tour, ended up being there for about 7 or 8 hours, and walked around the property. The property is absolutely stunning. It's overlooking the Pacific Ocean. It's a beautiful property, both indoor and outdoor. And Eric and I have aligned, I believe, by the grace of God, to have his second Golden Gala annual, and then our first Elevate conference. I've been to a lot of conferences over the years, Jim and Reatha, and everyone that's listening. I was still on the board of a big ministry in Seattle, Washington called Grace for All Nations, and and they do about 45 conferences a year. And so I was the right-hand man to the senior pastor, Dr. Emmanuel Ziga, with really most all those conferences, and travel with him to places such like we've been to Hawaii together, Atlanta together, even overseas together, and been amazing in Nigeria. Went to Lagos. And so I believe with what Eric's doing and just honoring entrepreneurs in the faith-based market, and not that everyone's faith-based, but we're coming from a heart posture of faith-based. And so the event is going to be such a event for, surrounded by God, surrounded by Jesus, but it's going to be for the marketplace. So kind of my idea and thought was that people that are in the Christian could use what Eric offers and Speaking Empire and other, people that they know to really elevate their churches, elevate their ministries, elevate their businesses, and then vice versa. One thing I'd always say, one of the keys to my success, Jim, was always just listening to the still voice, which I call the Holy Spirit, and just being sensitive to Him. And so if we can have a Christian-based, faith-based event there at one of the nicest properties in all of Southern California, if not all the world, and, just a shout-out to our two main sponsors so far. We have Doug, who owns Mahaffey Law Firm. He's one of our sponsors, and also Dr. Allen and Alame from New York. They're big doctors, entrepreneurs, and both these people have a heart for the Lord, and so they've sponsored this event along with the city is involved, Easy Way is involved, IHP is involved, and I didn't tell you yet this, Jim, but I was just asked to be in a movie myself, which is being filmed right now in Tampa, Florida, and the founder of that movie is a guy named Darren Taylor, who's actually one of my friends who I brought to Hawaii. So maybe my first role here in February, I'm scheduled to go and do a weekend of filming. So 2020 looks good. I wish everyone a happy New Year, and God bless you. Thank you for this opportunity, Eric, and looking forward to a bright 2020.
Well, it's exciting, and Josh, you had so many paths you could have taken. So much experience came your way, and what put you on the path you're on?
I want to also chime in. I want to also chime in on the same subject of the event, and as well as how we met and what God has, how God works, and it's pretty incredible how when you put two like-minded individuals together that think on the same pathway, that want to do the same type of things. And when we met Josh, he was already doing his thing with many different ways and speaking and training people, and he was already an influencer. We just kind of helped him home in on that faith-based side of how he's being an influencer. And we, came up with, the fact that he's elevating businesses through faith. And this event is really catching on. A lot of people are wanting to be a part of the faith, be a part of what God does, and not be afraid to speak His name. And so this is going to be a praise and worship type of an event, as well as the awards, as well as business, as well as opportunity, as well as learning new media and things like that. And we already have, this is actually the first time we're announcing it, but I've been on set lately, and you guys have been watching the lives, and I'm doing a new show, by the way, a new thing. Basically, this is how it's going down the easy way on set. This is how it's going down the easy way at this event, at this carpet, at this business meeting. I mean, it's just kind of following what we do, and kind of it teaches you and networks you to your success as you're watching it live, which is kind of cool. But anyway, the Easy Way Awards Golden Gala 2020, where Josh mentioned at the Irvine Marriott Hotel in Fashion Island. It's kind of like the Beverly Hills of Orange County, if you guys aren't familiar with the area. We already have some unique event producers. Bernardo Mayo actually is going to be a nominee for the Event Producer of the Year. As well as Robertson, who's the CEO of American Chinese CEO Society, and look that up. That's a pretty big deal. They do an Oscars night, China Oscars night event. I mean, I believe he was with Donald Trump when he was inaugurated, and they're just so connected to so many things. They connect money from China to the U.S. And I've been friends with Robertson for many years now, and he's nominated for the Businessman of the Year. He was also our presenter for the Businessman of the Year in 2019. And then the confirmed celebrities that we have to come to the event thus far, Lester Spate, who I'm acting with, as my dad said earlier in the show, on an Amazon Prime series. Me and him are heroes, saving the world from zombies. And then Sharon Lecter, who's a legend and a legendary author. She's one of our legends. She won the Top Author Award. We're going to be giving the Sharon Lecter Top Author Award to somebody else this year. And so we're going to be looking for authors to win that award. And then Forrest Riley has actually committed with her, I believe it's Mr. Universe, or her amazing boyfriend. They're nominated for the Power Couple Award. Then Frank Shankwitz is one of our legends. And if you guys don't know, the Wishman movie is skyrocketing. It's on Netflix now. They've done tons and tons of talk shows from the Hallmark Channel to I believe it was KCLA, and many talk shows. They've been blowing it up. That's one of our Wall of Famers. Kate Linder's one of our Wall of Famers. She's one of our legends. We're giving the Kate Linder Volunteer of the Year Award. Trey Ireland won. He was our past honoree for the Rising Star Award, so he'll be presenting that this year. James Fargo, who's involved with Jaws and Clint Eastwood films, and he's a legendary, director, filmmaker, producer. He's going to be one of the presenters. And then Sally Kirkland is actually going to be an honoree, who's a Golden Globe winner and Oscar nominee, and she's pretty big. And so a lot of people are really getting on board already 9 months prior. And again, a big shout out to our sponsors. Josh, you want to name them again?
Yeah, it's Doug Mahaffey of Mahaffey Law Firm. He's actually a big-time attorney, has a wonderful law firm right there in the exact same city, and then which is Newport, California. And then Dr. Alan Santiago and Alame Lumbimbo, both them I just met Doug recently at an event in Southern California, Palm Springs, and we have a lot of mutual friends. But I've known Dr. Allen and Alame for probably 7 years now, and I've worked with them and coached them a little bit as well. They're a big fan of IHP. Both Doug and the doctors are fully behind this. Like I said, they're sponsors. They'll be very involved in the program. And it's been an amazing journey, Eric. It's just only been a few months now. We haven't even gotten started, really.
Very exciting.
Like I said, we still have another 9 months to go, and there's still a lot of room to get involved with this marketing promotion that's going to happen towards this big, huge event. And if you guys were involved with the first annual event, we're going to be releasing a new video today, actually, with the more updated version of the presenter nominees and legends. It's going to be airing on Easy Way TV, which, by the way, we have 20 shows signed on contract now. That's going to be airing next year. As well as we've signed a deal with Trey Ireland and his film company for his films. So 2 of his films are up on Roku right now on Easy Way Network. And we're talking to many other people that want to come on board with their networks and channels. And we're in development right now with the IHP TV, which is In His Presence TV. And Josh has already introduced me to numerous pastors and established people that want to be a part of it. And so it's really exciting. It's going to be like probably a 50-foot carpet this time. We're going to be a little bit more effort into that. Shout outs to Kelly Bennett and Bennett Limited PR and all the people that will be involved with that. And this is a 500-seated, really nice banquet hall ballroom.
It's a large
it's the nicest,
facility. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the nicest room. It's the nicest one that they had. It's the best that the Newport Beach Marriott Resort offers. And there's also going to be a lot of professionals that will be teaching you guys. Here's the thing, talking about the new year. This is a New Year's show, and by the way, I'm excited for the podcast party. That's something new that we're doing. 11 o'clock. I know a lot of people are excited for the podcast party. We're going to have about 10 people on here talking about their New Year's resolutions. And I don't know about you guys, but my New Year's resolution is to empower more people. Is to really build a list of people that want to make a difference, and we just want to be an empowerment arm, for new media. And that's what we're teaching. That's what we're really focusing on our side with this event, is teaching you how to do 3 things. Build an audience. BKM. Build an audience, keep an audience, and monetize an audience. And we have all the different platforms in doing that. And so it's really exciting. Josh's book is taken off. Elevate. You got 25 something authors in there, and they're
That's
taking
right.
off. They're you can see it. You just go to the IHP, I think it's IHP Global Elevate group, and you can see there's two groups. There's an authors group. There's just the authors in there. It's a private group, and then there's we're elevating and building through faith. All these people. And so it's almost like the IHP and Josh is like the faith-based extension arm of Easy Way. And it's pretty exciting to watch it happen. And
congratulations on the book. Yeah, congratulations on the book. It's it all comes together, and the thing is with both of you, you had that light bulb go off, and a lot of people have this, but the light bulb fades out. They don't follow their dreams, and it's what we're going to be talking about at the end of the show: procrastination or seeking easier paths. Those are not easy. It's a lot of work. But you two have both done it. You've created so much, and it's changed so many lives, and now it's all coming to fruition. So, and it's going to be growing exponentially. Coming up to the big event coming up in Newport and through the year. But anyway, time-wise, we have Carmelita's Corner coming up. I want to thank both Eric and Josh for coming on.
Let me say one more thing, if I may, Dad. I also want to tell people about the Easy Way magazine. The Easy Way magazine is coming out as well. Frank Shankwitz, who's rocking it right now with Wishman, and he's got his book, and he's like I said, he was one of our Easy Way legends and Wall of Famers. Is the cover. We're doing a special interview with him, an exclusive interview on things that happen on set and stuff that happened with the movie and things about Frank you may not know, as well as we're doing an interview with Greg Reed, the executive producer that made Frank's wish happen. He made 450,000 wishes happen for, terminally ill children, and then Frank got his wish, which was, making this movie. And so we're going to be putting that out on Easy Way magazine. We have a whole new team, and there's going to be opportunity for all of you that tune in and follow, and you're on the Easy Way Fam Club group. That's key. You got to be a part of that group if you want to get all the benefits we're going to be doing. We're going to have an Easy Way Fam spotlight section of that magazine, of the TV. We have Easy Way Fam Cam, as well as the TV, radio, and magazine. So we're going to be giving you guys the ability to get free exposure in many, many ways, and you're going to love what you hear moving into 2020. Opportunities to be on set, opportunities to shadow amazing people that are established, just really, really cool stuff. So thanks so much for letting us on. And guys, keep your eye on Josh Liske, okay, and what he's doing with IHP TV and IHP Global. You're going to see his commercial. In fact, anything you see on Easy Way TV, you're going to see his commercial, his IHP commercial. You're going to see a lot of stuff happening in 2020 with how he's elevating brands and businesses through faith. If you're not following Josh Liske on social media and you're not following IHP Global, then you're going to miss out on some amazing stuff. So I love you, Dad. Love you, Reatha. The show's rocking. Happy New Year to everybody.
Rock and roll.
Keep doing it the Easy Way. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, Josh.
Well, thanks for being on the show, Josh and Eric.
They both go with the adage, like I teach Eric, you have to have hard work, determination, and drive, but without faith, morals, and ethics, it's a waste of time, and they're right in there. But with that, Reatha, I think we're looking at commercial and then Carmelita's Corner.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easy Way Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easy Way Promotions.
are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Well, 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 hello. And hello to you, and hello to you, and hello to you, too. We're off to a great start. I'm so excited. I've got a great guest lined up for you this morning, and her name is Shawannah Bordenave, and I hope I pronounced her name correctly. Shawannah, are you there? Good morning, Shawannah. Well, maybe she's putting on
right
her makeup.
Here.
There she is.
No, I'm ready for you. I said it's Bordenave, not Bordenave.
Okay, I knew you got one of those tricky names that you would get me
yes.
say. Can you say it one more time so I'll remember how to say it correctly?
Shawannah Bordenave.
Yes. Okay, Bordenave. Okay, that's the part I wasn't sure of. But I am so glad to have you here this morning, and I have to tell our listening audience they are in for a real treat because you, my lady, are a motivational speaker, amongst other things, and plus you've got a top-selling book out on Amazon. And I love the name. I love the title. I mean, it speaks for itself. Name it, claim it, and get it. All right now.
Yes. I love it.
Yeah. Well, now tell us, first of all, tell us where you originate from. I know we spoke about Louisiana and some of the people that we're familiar with from that part of the country. Can you start us out with your hometown?
Yes, I can. I'm from right here, Los Angeles, California. My family is from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I was the third of the kids being born, and I was born here in Los Angeles. And believe it or not, I was born on the streets on Santa Barbara Boulevard, which is pretty exciting to me because I was born in the car on the way to the hospital. I was in a rush to get out. And I was born on Santa Barbara Boulevard. I couldn't wait. And now it's Martin Luther King Boulevard. And Martin Luther King had a dream, and I have a dream as well. So, yes.
Wow. Well, you've got a message to get out there to the world. So you just wanted to make sure you got here. But yeah, I guess we got on the course about Louisiana because of our mutual, friends that are from there and so forth. So anyway, can you tell us what led you to become a motivational speaker?
You know what? It's like a full circle. We have this idea in our minds a lot of times, and sometimes we don't really feed off of it because it's not the right time. I wanted to open up a school back when I was 21, 22 years old. I wanted to teach kids from kindergarten to 8th grade. But I couldn't afford it, and now I started real estate because I figured I could make some money doing that, and I got into real estate, and I'm a great real estate investor and also now a developer. And full circle, my life took a lot of dips and ups and downs and turnarounds and everything, and through that, I went back into going and teaching people how I received all the things that I received, and that was through goal setting. I don't really believe in the New Year's resolution thing, but I really believe in the goal setting, and I came up with this idea of goal setting, this vision board I call the Ultimate Vision Board Kit that I sell on my website, but it's worked for so many people. It's amazing. And so through that, I would have workshops at my home all the time, and people would come and they would want me to speak. And I was like, oh, my God, speak. No, I can't speak. I was scared. I was scared to speak. And they encouraged me to get up there and speak anyway. And because they forced me, I started to withdraw. I withdrew from wanting to do the workshops because I didn't want to speak. So I joined a group called Toastmasters. I don't know if you guys are familiar with
that
group.
But I've heard of Toastmasters.
Toastmaster was absolutely amazing for me. It's an amazing platform for anyone to become a better communicator, a better speaker, just a better leader altogether. And so I joined that group, and from there I found my voice. And after finding my voice and being with the group for so long, 6 years, doing that, motivational speaking became really easy and very natural for me. And I believe that it's a God-given gift that he gave me. And he speaks to me all the time and guides me all the time. And that's how I even came up with the book, is through God, waking me up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He gave me the title, which I thought was awesome. I was like, oh, name it, claim it, and get it. I love it, God. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning writing that down. And I can tell you, I had like 4 books in my computer. 4 books in my computer. And he told me, he said, stop writing all those books, Shawannah. Let them go. For right now, this is what you're going to write. And it's name it, claim it, and get it. And he gave me the title, and I wrote The Key to Success. And he said, the next morning he woke me up. He said, no, it's not a key to success. It's the secret behind the secret. And then from there, the rest is history. It took me 8 months to write that book, and he woke me up every morning from 3 to 4, giving me the words, the inspiration, everything. And this is how he wanted me to write it, to be an easy reader, to let people really understand that their dreams are all possible, to fulfill the dreams that he's given you, because a lot of the dreams we don't realize the dreams are from God, and he wants us to fulfill them. And if you don't fulfill them, someone else will. So I wrote the book so that people could start really naming, claiming, and getting what they want. And I gave the secret. It's not just a secret, the secret behind the secret, because there's steps, there's things that you have to do in order to accomplish those goals.
Wow, I think I want to get that book, Shawannah. Sounds like a great book. And, I've heard about vision boards, and, I'm aware of that. I've never really put one together because I've got so much stuff going on in my head. I just act on the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and I just let that lead me, guide me. In fact, I have a personal anthem that was given to me from, I believe, the higher power and from our ancestors. And it's called Urin Ibidi Ancestral Chant, which means lead me, guide me, show me the way. And it means the same thing in English, Spanish, and the Yoruba language. And I've been using that as my guide basically for a lot of my life.
No, that definitely works. When you have a mindset to really, listen, because you have to learn to do that, listen, because he speaks to us each and every day. Whether you acknowledge it or not, he speaks to us through listening. He speaks to us through other people's voices, and he's there. God, I'm speaking of, is there to help us. And yes, I totally agree. I totally agree with that chant. I love that chant that you have. Yeah. Lead me,
I believe that it was a gift, Yeah. And my friend from years ago, Vonnie Hilton Sweeney, she was the founder of the Pre-Grammy Gala. It became a huge event. I was on the beginning of it and became one of her, co-producers. And she used to tell me, God, excuse me, a frog just tried to creep up in my throat. She used to tell me that was a gift that came to her from God. And she used to always say that what God gives us are the gifts from God, but what we become are our gifts to God. So like you say, we have to act on it. It's one thing to receive the gift, but to act on it is another thing.
Right. Now, speaking of vision boards, that is what I used to do back when I was younger. I used to do vision boards, and vision boards was the thing to do. Plaster your whole board with a bunch of stuff all over the place, and you kind of have a little collage of all the things that you want. And I realized that's what we do for our New Year's resolutions. We clog ourselves up with so many things. And then at the end of the year, at the end of 2019, which is coming up, a lot of the New Year's resolutions that we develop for ourselves or visions that we develop for ourselves in the very beginning of the year really don't get resolved, and we kind of repeat it. And I also noticed that a lot of the resolutions kind of were duplicated. You know, I want to lose weight. Everybody had it. The debt, everybody had it. I want to be debt-free. Everyone had it. I want to make more money. Everyone had it. And that's what vision boards was like to me. And so one day I looked at my vision board and I realized I was only taking little bits and pieces off of the vision board and actually achieving little bits and pieces off the vision board. So I took the vision board into a goal board. So I said, you know what, forget about just visualizing. We're going to goal set. And goal setting comes with, you put the picture on the board. It's a cork board. It's a cork board or a plastic board that I have created. And you put the picture of what it is that you want, and we make it direct. So when you come to my workshop, we really go over whatever you're going to put on that board. It's not going to be a collage. It's going to be direct stuff of what you're saying. Yes, you know what, I'm ready to become accountable for these goals with these particular action steps, and I want to achieve it by this time. And I find the reason why the goal board works so well is because of that time frame. You're able to post it on there, the time frame, because we can have a goal and we may achieve it in 2 or 3 years, but we can have that same goal with action steps behind it in a deadline and achieve it within 6 months.
Well, that sounds like a plan, Shawannah.
Mm-hmm.
and listen, while we're talking about your workshops and your book and so forth, can you please tell them your website address?
Yes. My website is at www.nameitclaimit.com, and then my book is titled Name It, Claim It, and Get It, The Secret Behind the Secret, and it's selling on Amazon and also on the website as well. And the goal boards are selling on the website. And you know what, Carmelita, I have something else that's really exciting that just came up. It's called My Accountable Cards. I've been using these cards for so long. I've been doing it myself and a couple of other people that I've given it to see how it works for them. We've been using it for like maybe 2 years. I did get everything copyrighted back in 2019, but it's actually coming to fruition now, and they're accountable cards. So what it says is, my goal is, it's called My Accountable Cards. It's going to be selling on Amazon probably January 2nd or 3rd. But it's called My Accountable Cards. It has my goal is, what is your goal? And it says my deadline is of when I want to achieve it. So whether it's a year from now or within that same month, you write that on there. You know, let's say January 31st, 2020, I want to achieve this, whether it's to lose X amount of pounds or whether it's to, you know, start buying a house and saving up, whatever it is. So you have to put the action steps down. You get 5 action steps. You write your 5 action steps that you're willing to commit to for that particular goal. And at the bottom of the card is the month of January. And it has a little square in there where you can check mark if you did any action steps. So what it is kind of, you know how you hire a coach to coach you? This is, you're being your own coach. You're being accountable for your own goals. So at the end of the month, if you don't have check marks on there, you need to revisit to see if that goal is truly yours. And if it's truly not yours and you're not really ready to commit to it, you'll know by the check marks. If it has full check marks, you know that pretty soon that goal is going to come into fruition and you're committed to achieving the success that you say that you want. So those are exciting cards. Everybody that has them, that came to my workshop a month ago, I had a great workshop, a great summit. And everybody that came really got so much out of that. And I'm going to be having another workshop, a goal-setting workshop, and that workshop is going to take your goals out of your head and put it on paper and put it on the boards.
Wow, you've made it so concrete, and you really also made me, rethink my approach, because I basically have just been allowing myself to follow, that higher spirit, but not necessarily writing down. I did that years ago, and I figured, well, I've done that, been there, did that. But the way you're approaching it is so concrete. And like Reatha said this morning, don't try to set something so huge that it's not making any sense, but take small steps and, something that is achievable. And that makes a lot of sense, too. Sometimes we have a tendency to just reach so big that it becomes overwhelming,
Right. But you know what? I do tell people, when you dream about something, like achieving something great, and I was listening to the other gentleman saying he wants to touch so many people. I also came up with T-shirts that's in sweatshirts that says name it, claim it, and get it, and also journey to $1 billion. Now, people are like, you want to make $1 billion, Shawannah? I mean, that sounds good, but no, what I want to do is touch 1 billion people's lives. Mm-hmm. I want to touch 1 billion people's lives, and that's what my goal is to do, is touch 1 billion people's lives. And I feel by doing exactly what we're doing today and opening up people's minds to achieving the success that is already yours, because God said he made us in his likeness. And if we're made in God's likeness, everything that he did for those 7 days, the 6 days that he created, everything that we see in front of us, what can we not do? And why do we put the limits on ourselves?
Yes.
God said you can have it, and you can have it.
And, I was just reading some words of wisdom. I always love words of wisdom, because when I was teaching school, I used to have, words of wisdom was what we referred to on the chalkboard. It was always a quote for the day.
Yes.
An inspirational thought for the day. And I was just looking at the Facebook last night, and one of my friends who I haven't seen in many years, I went to her Facebook page, and she was talking about being a nurse and being asked, how much do you make, or what do you make? And she just went down the list of one of the things she does is to help make people get well, to go through all of the steps that a nurse goes through, and she named everything except money of what a nurse does, So and I thought that was very, very, very wise.
Right, and I agree with that, because it's not about the money. Money's going to come to you automatically when you're doing something that you love, but it's about doing what you love. And that nurse loves what she does. She loves helping people and serving people. And I think that's the main thing that we have to learn to do, is love what we do and not procrastinate on it. Because, time doesn't belong to anyone. Time belongs to God, and he puts us on this earth for so long. And when we realize that we have a certain amount of time, and once the time is gone, it's gone. You can't. That's one thing you can't buy back. It's time.
No,
it's
that's
gone.
right. That's right.
So you got to use it wisely, and using, going back to the Go Boards, the testimonials that I received from a lot of the workshops that I have, it's simple. Sometimes it's big, and sometimes it's simple. I mean, you can write on there that I want to clean out my garage in 30 days, and it can happen magically. It can happen.
I'm thinking about Jim. Jim's been working on cleaning out his cabinet. Am I right, Jim? I know he's out there listening. And I've had that same experience. I said, my God, I've watched buildings go up, and and I'm still working on this. Just straightening out this one section of my house, but we do have to take baby steps, though, and just
get it done. But if you put deadlines on there, it gets done faster. Because I have in my head, I need to straighten out my garage for a long time. I said, I got to straighten out this garage. And then one day I said, you know what? I'm going to put that simple goal on my goal board, and I'm going to give myself 30 days. And I put that simple goal on my goal board. Do you know that the very next day I met this young man, and he was with another gentleman helping him. And I said, oh, you just here helping him? He says, yeah, he hired me to help him all day long. And I said, wow, okay. And he said, I can help you too. You can hire me. And I said, I can hire you? And he said, yeah. If you need your garage cleaned. I said, my garage? I couldn't believe it. And he was right there. And I said, yes, actually, I do need my garage cleaned. But how does that come to be? You put it out there and then you actually, it's like you're a magnet, and you're drawing it to you. In 2 days, I had it on there for a 30-day goal. 2 days, I had my garage clean. And I can even go bigger. I can go bigger. I had a young man that he was like 15 years old when he came around. And he would come to me, and I would tell him, dream big, dream big, dream big. And he loved the goal boards. He loved them so much, he said, I'm going to go sell them in the neighborhood. And he took the goal boards, and he took 2 of them out, and he came back, and he brought me money. I said, oh, wow, you actually sold the goal boards. That's very good. I was quite impressed with him. And he took the goal board, and I said, you know what? Because you sold 2 goal boards, and you love these goal boards so much, I'm going to give you your own. And I gave him his own goal board, and he put on that goal board he wanted to be an NFL player. Then once he put that on the goal board, he looked at it every single day. He went to school to Ohio College, and he was he was playing for Ohio College as a football player. Anyway, he's now playing for the New Orleans Saints. This guy is now playing for the New Orleans Saints. He was paid the highest paid wide receiver until a couple of hours after. He got paid $100 million. He was the highest paid wide receiver. His name is Michael Thomas.
And this is one of your testimonies?
This is one of my testimonials, yes. And then I also have a lady that wanted to reunite with her daughter. She hadn't spoke to her daughter in 8 years, and that's why I say it could be simple, it could be grand, it could be whatever you believe is possible for you. But she wanted to talk to her daughter. She came to my workshop, and she was, impressed and feeling it and loving it because, the energy is all flowing. We're a family, a Visualize You family. And so she says, Shawannah, I'm going to go ahead and buy one of your goal boards. She says, but what I want to put is kind of something weird. And I said, well, what's weird? And she said, I want to put that me and my daughter reunite. I haven't spoke to my daughter in 8 years. And she says, do you think if I put my daughter on the goal board, do you think it would work? And I said to her, well, do you think it would work? Because I can't believe for you. You have to believe for yourself.
Yeah.
So
well, listen,
said, yes.
Shawannah,
yes.
I wish we could tell more testimonies
don't
because you've got a big story to tell, but I've got one eye on the clock, and I think I'm getting the hook here.
Okay, no problem.
I need to thank you, and you've been a wonderful guest. I hope that people got something out of your conversation. You certainly have a lot to offer, and folks, go out there and get that book.
and I can say this, for those of them that's interested in going to the workshop, it's going to be January 5th. You can type the word goal to 95577, goal to 9577, or you can go to Eventbrite and type in my name, and you'll see the tickets for sale there. And they're very reasonable price, and, I'd love to see you guys.
Okay,
and don't forget to pick up the book.
Okay, and I'm going to pick up one too. So on that note, I'm getting on my horse and riding off into the sunset.
Great, thank you so much.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right, it's tech time.
Well, it's tech time after Christmas, and you got gadgets you love and gadgets you'll never use, and what are you going to do with them? Well, almost every store has very liberal return policies during the Christmas season, even with electronics. But I want to warn you, especially with electronics, if it's something you open the box and you see it's a new iPhone and you're an Android person and you're not about to switch to iPhone, don't break the seal. Don't open the package. That's how you can guarantee, they will be able to guarantee that the package was never opened. Now, they'll still probably have to sell it at a discount, but it won't be anywhere near as a discount as if you had opened up the box. So if you get an electronic, you know you're not going to use it, just keep it in its box. Also, ask for the receipt or a gift receipt so you can return it to the right place. If you got an iPhone, it could have been gotten at any number of places, including the iPhone store. So then just make sure that you return it to the place where it was purchased. Now, a lot of the times that you can return the products have been extended because, say, somebody bought you a new iPhone in November or even October. Well, usually that 30-day time period of returning is over, but they will extend it based on the fact that they know you didn't receive it until like December 25th. A lot of people got things through Amazon. You can order through Amazon, but if you order something that has a store near you, or even Amazon has places where you can return things directly. You don't have to mail it. This way you know the moment you turn it into that return point, they will refund your money. You don't have to wait the 5 or 6 days or for it to go processing through. I returned some stuff to, I think it's something of the world in a farmer's market that I had bought online, and I just returned it there. They took it. I got my money returned back to my card right that moment. Now, if you receive the gift, of course, you want the money back, but usually they'll give you a store credit, or sometimes they will refund you in cash. Before you go, check the store's policy so that you know before you get to the store what you need to do, where you need to go, who you need to talk to, and how you need to return it. There's all kinds of things that they will take back now for longer periods of times than other days. You can go online and just Google how to return Christmas presents, refund policies for Christmas presents. And some websites will have all the names of the stores where you can, and their policies, so you don't have to look around and figure it out. I even got something over the Christmas holidays that still had the security tag on it. I bought it from Old Navy. I took it back to the local Old Navy store, had my receipt, and they just popped it off for me. So a lot of times you can return to the brick and mortar store. It's so much easier nowadays. So enjoy your Christmas gifts that you love and return the ones that you don't. And you can even sell your ones that you don't like on eBay or any of the other retail sales websites. You can just sell it back there. Or with gift cards, you can't refund gift cards, but they have websites where you can go and actually sell your gift card. So you may lose a few dollars, but you'll get your money back, and you can change your, say, Old Navy gift card in, get the cash, and use it at Macy's, whatever you want to do. So that's my tech time for today. Jim, what's your gem for the day?
What's Jim's gem for today, Reatha? That was pretty cool. I love your info. Okay, it's time for our, in this case, New Year's podcast party get-together. Hey, this is going to be fun. It's going to be a panel of all kinds of experts, and I'm going to add for a purpose. We're going to find solutions to issues. We're going to find answers to unanswered questions, and we're going to share concerns, and we're just going to have fun. That's our podcast party. Now, the thing is, we got some interesting people on this. We got Danielle Cook, who's just a bunch of energy and fun and just zeal, and actually that's her product that she works with. Sophia Alvarez, talking about another good-hearted, good-spirited person with a heart of gold that is a faith-based individual. And that's basically what it is. Angelique Marie has been working with us along with Sophia, and everybody I'm listing is part of the family. They're all either in television, acting, real estate, business, singers, speakers, medical, radio, whatever. They're all professionals in their field. They're entrepreneurs. Denise Brookhart. We got Kendra McKenzie, Matt Doyle, real estate expert, Reatha Gray, and it just goes on and on. And guys, here's the deal. Okay, we have a panel. We have it's interesting people. It's going to be talking about something that's kind of interesting too. A topic: New Year's resolutions. With it's basically futile if you're procrastinating. In other words, your goodwill is there, but it's not going to go anywhere. So we got to see if our panel can find some kind of rudder that can be put in a ship that's out in the sea. That's your New Year's resolution. Your ship floating around with no rudder. We're going to see if we put rudder on that ship. So procrastination, the action of delaying or postponing something. Well, as far as I could say, at least if you're a procrastinator, you're doing something. If nothing else, actually procrastinating is called an action. All right? So here are some of the top reasons why people procrastinate. The abstract goals, the rewards are far in the future. It's basically they don't see anything coming there. A feeling of being overwhelmed or anxiety. Now, the resolutions, they can be found if this panel can find a way of getting around the procrastination. So, we're going to bring our panel on. We got Eric with us, Danielle Cook, Sophia Alvarez, Angelique Marie, Carmelita Pittman, Denise Burkhart, Kendra McKenzie, Matt Doyle, Reatha. Are you on with us?
Yay.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, everyone.
We got Sophia, Angelique.
Yes.
Angelique's on with us, and Carmelita, you still on?
Yay.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Zuley. Happy New Year and happy holidays.
Thank you.
And happy holidays to everybody.
There you go. And we got Kendra. Is Kendra on? Kendra McKenzie. Did I pronounce that right?
Hi. How's it going today?
Kendra, did I pronounce your name right?
It's Kendra Mickey. It's pronounced like Mickey Mouse.
I love it. All right, I remember the movie a long time ago. The Mickey Mouse Club. Anybody on this panel remember the Mickey Mouse Club? Well, not too many hands went up.
Eric can do the impression.
Yeah, there you go. Matt Doyle, you on with us, Matt?
Yes.
There you go, Matt. Way in the distance, I can hear you. Real estate and Reatha Gray and Eric. You on with us?
Here.
There's Reatha, and we'll see if we got Eric on too. So, guys. If you heard my introduction, we're going to see if our panel can help with this issue because I gave you the definition of procrastination, and it's basically everybody has these, like Reatha was talking about. They have the New Year's resolutions, which are all good. We want to lose weight. We want to clean the cabinet out.
I'm here. Sorry, guys. I was trying to talk, but I'm also on the other line doing a business deal. Yeah, the podcast party. I've been waiting for this forever. Hello, Easy Way family. We're going to be doing this every week, guys. So if you want to join the podcast party, it's free. We're just going to be talking about a particular topic, which this particular show's topic, because we're celebrating the new year, is New Year's resolutions. And so, Dad, this is your show. Reatha, this is your show. So let's start out by talking about what's your resolution. Reatha, ladies first. Let's be a gentleman. What's your New Year's resolution?
Well, wait a minute. Before we get to that, Reatha, remember we're talking about this. We're going to stumble here. Everybody on the panel is going to stumble because we have our resolutions. Let's see if we can give a little twist to how to maybe avoid that procrastination issue, and then let's get into the resolutions. So, Reese, you mentioned that a little bit earlier.
I think you want us to be your therapist because Jim is the procrastinator of the group.
I need help with my cabinet.
You're right. He's going to turn this into his personal psychological session. But yeah, we all have to.
My cabinet.
Right.
You got to take your
Danielle or Sophia or Angelique or Carmelita, I need one of you to come over and help me do this cabinet because Eric is definitely not helping.
Well, also one person we're missing. Do we have Danielle Cook on the line as well? Is Danielle on there? No. Okay. Well, just wanted to see because that was another guest. Okay. So yes, Dad, you're a big procrastinator, and I remember at the last show, the last episode. You put me on the spot for something that was to be continued that has to do with procrastination. And
it had to do with the cabinet, Eric, and you never helped me. We got to get that cabinet done.
You know what we should do? We should go live. We should go live and actually show the before and the after when we actually finally get the new cabinet done.
There you go.
So Sophia, do you have some particular thing that's been just hanging there forever, I mean, I'm putting you in my category, probably not, that you've been procrastinating about that has been getting done real quick? We'll hit this with it.
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of stuff. It's like putting things in priority, but sometimes those things that you put aside to prioritize other bigger projects lay there dormant for the longest time. So after a minute, you got to kind of like back away, refocus, and see what needs to be done, and make those adjustments, and maybe get those smaller things out of the way, so that way you can handle those bigger things.
So let's put Sophia on the spot. Sophia, give us one of those. What's one of those things that's been nagging at you that you've been progressing? We're going to put her on the spot here.
It's a podcast party. Put her on the spot.
Come on, Sophia. What is that one thing around your house that's not getting done?
My office. My room.
Office.
It's like it's like, for instance, it's like my sister moved into my house.
Sophia's office is a mess. So if it's not done, we're gonna stay on there.
So now, Sophia, what you need to do is you need to take a picture of your messy office and you need to post it and say, I'm not going to procrastinate any longer, and this is my timeline of when my office is going to get fixed.
Sophia, I wrote it down. Sophia's office, and we're gonna stay on top of this. And if
we're
nothing
gonna
else,
get this list and bug you every day.
We're gonna go to your house. We're gonna go to your house with the Easy Way team and clean up your office for you.
That would be cool. We'll have coffee, cookies.
What do you have?
We'll have an
Are you inventing new shows, Mr. Zuley?
I am, and I'm going to take you one at a time and put you on the spot, so we'll go through this rapidly. Angelique, Marie, what is an issue you have with procrastination?
I love it.
I'm trying to write a screenplay.
All right, write a screenplay.
Put out the back burner. So I try to what I try to do is schedule with my co-writer at least one meeting weekly, but that's not accomplishing the goal. Do you know what I mean? I need more time with it. But I'm doing so many projects that it kind of gets pushed back. But the thing I really want to do is really want to write.
So one of your problems is you're doing too many projects, and that's stopping you from your screenplay. So you're saying that one of your resolutions that you want to, or your procrastination problems, is not getting your screenplay done, correct?
Yes, it must be completed in 2020.
Okay, but you see,
I think that's a realistic.
Angelique, that's kind of an excuse. Now, we got to pinpoint that more because you're saying 2020. It gives you a whole year to procrastinate. We got to nail this down. Give us you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm going to get this done in the next 10
years. Well, Dad, you have to be careful here because the project she's talking about is Easy Way Magazine and the award show and all of our stuff. So don't be pulling her away from our stuff. We need that time. Let's go someone else.
Angelique, do you have a cabinet or a closet that has this?
I'm very organized. I try to stay really organized. I can't work unless I'm organized. So
exactly.
Number one for procrastination.
Angelique, it would have been much easier if you said you had a screen that needs to be replaced. I wish that would have been the case. But anyway.
No, that's not it. No.
So
but I think it's really
got
important.
Angelique. So Carmelita
I think it's
Pittman.
really important to. Oh.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I set reminders on my phone and alerts to do something that I might not want to do, and that helps me with my procrastination.
There you go. Is there anything in particular? Can you give us one thing other than the screenplay?
Well, like the meetings that I'm doing, if I have to go, let's say do something for my kids that I really am procrastinating about, I'll just put it in my phone as a reminder to get that done, and it makes me go. Also, I think telling somebody else what you're trying to achieve is
That's what you're
also
doing.
huge, they keep you accountable.
That's where we're at.
Here's another suggestion. Here's another suggestion, in honor of actually, the topic of procrastination and this being a awesome podcast party. Woohoo! I want to give away a Alexa machine, an Alexa Echo that actually helps you to not procrastinate. Because if you guys don't have one and you do procrastinate and you're not scheduling or whatever, Alexa is your best person, like digital assistant you'll ever have. And you just tell her, and believe me, she's very aggressive. She does not let you forget anything. And you can actually set it up to your phone as well as set it up in your office or your room or wherever you want to do it. And so we'll do like a special giveaway thing. We'll do like a special live to see who wins that Echo. And we want to hear the best procrastination story on Easy Way Fan Club group.
Now, Angelique, you mentioned the word accountable. That's what this show is about. Now we're holding Sophia accountable for getting that office done. Otherwise, she's going to have to suffer the consequences of having 6 people knock on her door at 5 in the morning saying, "Is that office done?" Okay, so we got
we will raid her home with live stream cameras. We'll bring the whole team, and everybody will go live and show how much she procrastinated.
And the name of the show will be.
Yes, you just gotta let me know, and I'll make sure I have all those cookies and all those special drinks. And
there you go.
The cookies.
I will definitely. I will make you forget all about it.
Okay, so we have a new special guest, and she's actually a talent. She's a singer. She's an actress. And she just came on board actually officially with the Easy Way family. She's signing up with us in January 1st. Kendra Mickey. By the way, I heard Denise say that I can do Mickey, so I'm gonna go. Oh, hey everybody, how's everybody doing for 2 years?
Kendra Mickey. Okay. Okay, so
you've got the voice right.
To get back on track, we got Angelique. She's going to be accountable for following through with some of the projects with her kids and not procrastinating on that. Okay, is that good, Angelique?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Carmelita Pittman.
Now, Mr. Zuley used to be MP in the military, so he's going to be checking up. He's making his naughty and nice list now.
I got my hat.
Oh, yeah. So let's hear Kendra's New Year's resolution and give Kendra a chance to introduce herself.
Let's hear Kendra's procrastination problem first, and let's really put her on the hot seat.
Well, she needs to introduce herself so everybody knows who she is, and then that problem. Kendra, go ahead.
Introduce yourself, Kendra. We're waiting.
Hello, my name is Kendra. I am a singer-songwriter, writer, actress, musician. I play the guitar. I've published 2 books, and I also do some healing work. That's primarily through my art and being an active listener for my friends and family. So 2019 it's nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for having me on today.
It's a pleasure, Kendra.
Welcome to the podcast party.
Thank you so much. I like all the positivity, and I like being held accountable, and I definitely like being put on the spot. So I appreciate that.
You're being put on the spot, and you're going to be held accountable, and we just met you, so this is awkward for all of us. We are nice people. We're all good-hearted people, but we are a little tough today. So Kendra McKenzie. All right,
Mickey.
So tell us one of your issues around Mickey. Tell us one of your issues that's bothering you that you've been pressing about. I mean, it's not as bad as my cabinet that's been going on for years, but see what you got there that you could share with us.
So 2019 was a wonderful year for me. I came a really far way in my career and some personal development things that I've been working on, and I really drew in a lot of positive manifestations with the power, with my higher power, and like a concentration on what's important to me. So for 2020, I'm looking forward to doing the same thing. I actually accomplished all my goals for 2019. So for 2020, I've started working on my I've published 2 books of poetry. And for 2020, I've started working on my first novel. I'm about 50 pages in. So, like, the thing with writing a big project that's, like, of a creative pursuit is that inspiration is so key. So I'll sit down to write, and I write just as much as the inspiration wants to speak to me that day. Not too much, not too little, just enough. So it's really like the timing of things is just as far as, inspiration and my higher power wants me to write that day. I totally resonated with what the other gal was saying about having so many projects going on. But what I do is like when I feel like I've written enough on one project, I move over and maybe self-tape an audition or record a YouTube video, do something else to keep those creative juices flowing, and yet like reallocate my time onto something else to keep myself in the game.
So is Kendra saying you're very unique and that you don't have a procrastination issue because you solved that by just continually moving on, right?
Continually moving on, and then if it gets to a point where it's like I need a little bit of reprieve from the day, I'll go for a walk, go out for a coffee, go see some live music or something like that. And I also do meditation as well.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Okay, now you're not Jesus. There's nobody else that is perfect besides Jesus. Now tell us what you have. Share with us. Share with us.
Now we're getting Kendra. Now we're getting into your house. Where's the mess? What's the problem? What has Kendra been procrastinating about?
Everybody
that has to
everybody
be
has
done
a pothole everybody has a pothole or a speed bump in their life. What's yours?
I actually
something that you've been putting off.
I actually don't focus on those things because I think that focusing on those things is going to amplify the issue. So that's when I turn over those thoughts to my higher
good
power.
Entertainment. We're on the podcast party right now. People want to hear the real. That's okay. If you don't want to share it,
it's not that I don't want to share it. It's just that I don't live my life like that.
Okay.
Like
anything
that becomes
I can concur. I can concur with
I turn it over to my
Kendra 100%. I have no time to procrastinate. Eric's on the phone with me. Angelique's on the phone with me. Sophia's on the phone with me. Patty's on the phone with me. Mr. Zuley, Dante. So there's always keeping us on our toes. And when it comes to my house, I'm OCD. So everything has its spot. So there's no time for procrastination.
No.
Now, I need to do my mother's garage and I need to clean my car. Those are my procrastinations.
There you go.
Keeping busy is one way to solve that procrastination. What my issue is when I keep busy, why do I overlook certain things that I want to get done that I go, I'm going to put that off? That's the procrastination part that I want to get to the bottom to. And in our New Year's resolutions, why is it that people want to lose weight, they want to do this and that, and they get on the wagon like Reatha was talking about, but then they fall off and they put it aside and they procrastinate.
I think it's really just a lack of commitment. When I decide on something, I've made that decision. And anything that gets between me and my decision being made, I turn that over to the good Lord, and the good Lord does the work for me. And then I just suit up and show up and say the proper next thing.
That's a good
answer. What about Matt J. Doyle? Because I want to give everybody their chance to say their New Year's resolution and what their opinions are. Matt, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, Eric. How you doing?
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm good, man. Welcome to the podcast party. Tell everybody who you are and what your procrastination is.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Matt J. Doyle, mattjdoyle.com, actor, producer, entrepreneur. And my resolutions are, first of all, to do more exercise, get more organized, and live life to the fullest.
There you go.
And
now, Matt,
those pictures of Christmas in Vegas were pretty cool, Matt. You didn't procrastinate.
Yeah. Like that.
I try not to.
So Matt, what are you procrastinating on? What do you need to fix besides our IMDb? Wink, wink.
Is there any particular thing that you haven't got done?
I want to do that and just do more production work, obviously.
Yeah, but like Kendra said, you just keep rolling on, getting it done, and keep moving forward.
Yes, that's right.
Well,
the more
doing a great
work
job,
I can do on this, the better.
Oh yeah,
Matt, what's a fun story you can share with us with the artist process? Something funny or fun or the behind the scenes that happened when you were filming one of your, what are you on, your fourth season, third or fourth episode?
Yeah, season 4, yeah.
That's
a funny story
good.
was this, the crew and one of the artists was there. He's a bodybuilder, and he was about to shoot his scene, and he took his shirt off in front of all the girls, and of course he's a bodybuilder, and they all kind of went, "Whoa, my God, look at that body!" And they were all laughing and giggling, and then he just went along with it, and then he put his shirt back on and filmed the scene.
Wow.
And even one of the girls was a lesbian, and she even said he had a hot body.
So Matt, do you have any particular thing you procrastinated about through the year that you'd like to get done and you've been putting it off? Is there anything in particular?
Setting up Eric's IMDb page. Setting up Eric's IMDb page. Doing Denise's IMDb credits.
Well, not my IMDb page. My IMDb page is actually very established and done. He's talking about
your IMDb network.
The
that
network.
sounds good.
Yeah, the whole network. So Matt is the one that's going to be helping with that.
Good job, Matt.
He's doing a phenomenal job, Matt. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
let's go to Carmelita. Carmelita, what you're a busy lady now. What is it that you're moving into 2020 that you could look back in 2019 and say, I've been procrastinating about this or that, something around the house, something you've wanted to do. What is it that you have?
Well, first of all, let me give you guys a little earful here. While you all have been talking, I have been multitasking. Actually, I'm working in my office as you're talking. I'm organizing my desk, getting ready for my producer. I have a producer that's coming over that's working on my life story, and so I'm busy.
We have to send you to Sophia's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of
Poor Sophia.
In fact, Sophia, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get you with Easy Way Magazine, and we're going to feature you as the procrastinator of the year. No,
Sophia has her office. I have my cabinet. Okay.
Can you imagine the pictures of that messy office and your face when you see us show up at your house? And that'd be a great article. That'd be a great.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Can I just interject?
She showed one.
Hold on, everybody. Let me just interject real quick. I have some secrets that I want to share with you guys. There was a lady who I met years ago who was an organizational expert, and she made me realize how simple organizing can be. You just take one piece of paper at a time, you look at it, you decide what category it belongs in, where it goes, do you need it or do you need to toss it? So in other words, you identify it, and then you sort it, and then you put it where it belongs. There's a biblical saying, there should be a place for everything and everything in its place.
Yes.
And then you put it where it should be, or you decide whether or not you're going to keep it or you're going to toss it. I was just helping my friend's daughter. My friend left the planet, the earthly stage, recently, and her daughter, who I inherited, I've taken her under my wing, had this enormous task of putting things in order before she had to give up the unit where they were living. So I was showing her the tricks, of organizing and also envisioning a space. You look at that space, and it might be a pile or something or whatever it is that's in that space. But then when you get ready to go into it, it might look overwhelming. But I told my friend's daughter, I said, my God, it looks like a cyclone hit this place. A hurricane was here. But when I got through, in about 2 or 3 hours, everything was in order because I showed her how you take a piece of that. You just look at that room. You see it as like for example, a grid or squares, and you just look at the space that you're working in, and then you go into that space and you just pick up one item at a time. And I know it sounds silly, but you just pick up one item at a time, and pretty soon, before you know it, after you've sorted it or you've tossed it, that room will be clear. That whatever that space is will be clear, and it will be organized.
So to help with the whole procrastination thing, I think one of the biggest things is discipline. If you discipline yourself to make sure that you're telling your phone to help you remind yourself of something, or you get yourself an Alexa and you discipline yourself to get on a routine to make sure that you're reminded. I think that's the takeaway from this podcast party on this procrastination topic.
Well, it is. It's accomplishing something, and Kendra's got it down. She moves forward, she accomplishes things, and keeps it going, gets it done. And I think Carmelita is going to help Sophia because she takes the page one at a time. And what we're going to do is send Carmelita to Sophia's house to check on her.
What about your closet, Mr. Zuley, Mr. Innocent over there?
My closet is so many years overdue. I'm still... Denise, I'm still working on that cabinet procrastination. It keeps flopping back and forth. That's the thing I got to figure out.
How long have you been working on that cabinet, Jim?
Well, I know we got to move forward and everything, but it's just yes, we do move forward, but we still have that issue we got to take care of. But guys, the Easy Way Fam Group on Facebook. Go to the Easy Way Fam Group on Facebook and subscribe. And thank you all for coming on. We're going to stay up on top of all of these issues that we have. I want to thank Sophia, Angelique, Carmelita, Denise, Kendra, Matt, and Reatha, and Eric for coming on and sharing their issues with procrastination, their solutions to it, and our New Year's resolutions. I wish everybody a Happy New Year. And for then, we're signing out with Radio Boomers Live. All right, till next week.
Love you all.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Right, it was fun.
Yeah, we love you too.
Fun. And it was great. And so our podcast party for New Year's is done, and we're going to wrap up. Until next week, Radio Boomers Live signing out. Keep moving, keep the faith. Next Monday morning.
Bye.
See you later.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, Star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.